Cruise. Only on Milan 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. From hot transfer gist to Champions League drama, from Nigeria football madness to global sport cruise, we bring the vibes, the analysis, and pure football fire.
On your marks, get set, go!
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
No long talk. This is where sports meets swagger. No boring breakdowns, just pure energy, passion, and premium banter with your favorite crew on deck every week. Sport Cruise, where sports meets vibe.
That is a princely strike from John Duran. Open mouth or.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
They started with 48 teams. The first time is that there will be an expanded version of the FIFA World Cup. And of course, the first time as well that 3 countries would be co-hosting the World Cup. I won it for the very first time in France, 98. And they also won it again in Russia, 2018. For nothing, remember that Andre Iniesta's extra time and 1-0 victory in South Africa. The very first time the World Cup also came to the African soil. That was the only time that Spain had won the World Cup, that football would come home. You see, sometimes football had missed its way, entered the wrong bus, but this time around, the 3 Lions would also hope to move a step further than they did the last time out at the semi-final stage. In between 2 European are making it a World Cup situation for them, stimulating the ego of every single Argentine fan out there. Victory. How many countries do we have that have won the World Cup back to back? Could Argentina be joining the likes of Brazil? Could they be joining the likes of Italy in winning back to back FIFA World Cup? We found out all of that this week. It started off on the World Cup in 2018 by defeating Croatia by 4-2 and also losing to Argentina in 2022. Would France also make it 3 times they've appeared they had? It is a World Cup semi-final of history. I mean, it's a World Cup where we're not going to be having a new winner for the World Cup this time around. At the likes of Norway, at the likes of Switzerland, they came very close. At the likes of Morocco, they thought they were going to be lucky. Unfortunately, late goals a strong rally comeback, and especially in the case of which was against Egypt, they left it late before Chelsea standing captain Enzo Fernandez actually got the winning goal for them, having to come from 2 goals down against the Pharaohs of Egypt. For the Three Lions, World Cup has stood up 6 goals and 3 assists, and has also moved up there with arguably the most competitive golden boot winner that we've seen in a very long time, perhaps in the history of the World Cup. We have Kylian Mbappe, the man World Cup with 8 goals, only been better than Lionel Messi, and Argentina winning the World Cup eventually. And now Kylian Mbappe is back. He was a teenager in 2018. He was the part of the team in 2022. Now he's coming back to lead France as the captain, and he had to ever play football. No disrespect to the Cristiano Ronaldos of this world, and no disrespect to even the Peles and the Diego Armando Maradona. Against Egypt, he didn't feel down. He still rallied the team. He gave an assist for the first goal, got the second one, and he was also instrumental in the corner kick that brought in the third goal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special World Cup semi-final, and it is going to be France versus Spain. It is going to be Kylian Mbappe versus Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal came second in the last Ballon d'Or, and is going to be getting better the longer they stay in the competition. And it's also been the magic of the title-winning Arsenal forward Three Lions. There has been Harry Kane that has been the main man for them, but somewhere, there's a certain Elliot Anderson that up until 2023, he was still a Scotland player. Then he decided not to play the game. He has started every single match for the Three Lions at this ongoing World Cup. And there's also the man that Agbatami said he should be benched for Rogers. Talking about Real Madrid superstar, the man that seems to have been 22 years old for so many years. You know, sometimes when you look at the profile and the careers at Birmingham, and his jersey was rested. He has played at Birmingham. He had played at Borussia Dortmund. He's already a top player at Real Madrid. And he's just 22. You probably wonder maybe the days pause. And when he's giving match-winning performances like we saw in their last game, 2 goals against Norway. Only non-national manager left in the World Cup, Thomas Tuchel. Is he going to be the first man to deliver the World Cup for England? After 1966, the last time they won it, they were very close until Diego Armando Maradona pulled off the hand of God. And guess what? While I was researching for this, I found out that after that unfortunate incident, Diego Armando Maradona was denied visa to come into the United Kingdom because they felt that he cheated England rather, by scoring a goal with the hand. They said it was not the hand of God because God does not cheat. So we have so much to talk about on the show for you today. You're welcome to the Monday edition of Sport Cruise, live from mainland 98.3 FM. It is the final week of the World Cup. It felt like it was going to be forever, but guess what? Days and weeks and rolled, and of course on the 19th of July, we'll see the final. Is it going to be Spain? Is it going to be Argentina? Is it going to be England? Or is it going to be France? We keep our fingers crossed. We have so much to talk about, like I said, on the show today. Transfers are also getting in. Well, for Martin Close to signing Yᴏᴜᴜ. Remember, from Aston Villa, the captain of Belgium at the just concluded FIFA, look at their midfield and see how much they can readmit their one-away winger. Talking about Marcus Rashford back into the fold. It looks like Barcelona were not going to be signing him because they've spent a huge amount of money. Got something also from Wimbledon for Jannik Sinner. He's already a legend. He's won every single Grand Slam. In fact, he had defended his Wimbledon title after beating Alexander Zverev at the final yesterday. We also have a new final for the women's category. And we're also waiting for the new women's ranking. Will Zabalenka still retain her position as world number 1? We'll also find out. So there is so much to serve for you on the show today, but we need to take a very short break. When we come back, we'll focus on the FIFA World Cup. The semi-final pairing is out. We look at the historical background, how far the World Cup had gone. From the inaugural edition that was hosted by Uruguay. Uruguay won 2 of the first 4 FIFA World Cups in between. And of course, we'll also look at these 4 teams that are left. Spain have won it in 2010. Argentina had won it before. Like I said, won it in 2010. The only time they've ever won the World Cup. We'll also see France. Well, there was a France 98, they hosted and they won it. They defeated Brazil 3 goals in the final. 2 headed goals were scored by Zinedine Zidane, and Arsenal striker Emmanuel Petit has scored the 3rd goal in that particular one. 3-0, they defeated Brazil, and they had to wait many years after in Russia 2018 when in the final. We'll also look at the other team left, which is England. 1966 was the last time they won the World Cup. This is 6th day of July 2026. Once again, you're welcome. We'll take a short break, pay some bills. When we come back, we give you more on the stories that we have for you on the show today. Stay with us, okay? You're live on Sports Cruise on Mainland 98.3 FM.
Hello, my name is to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
OneXBet, where sports come alive. Join the game and promo on the site or app. Win an iPhone 16 and cash prizes up to 750,000 naira. Enter promo code Nigeria on and boost your game. OneXBet, game on, together in the game. Bet responsibly. 18 plus. T's and C's apply.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bride and groom are about to cut the cake.
Wait!
My love, wetin happen?
Before I marry you, the TV where you promise, the fridge nko, where it is? Washing machine nko, will I be using my hands to wash clothes in 2026?
Cancel this wedding. Relax, everybody. Who said I must buy everything once? I use CDK. CDK? Yes, so I dey pay small. Fridge, washing machine, even solar system. Now CDK.
So all those things don't already dey house?
Abba, since last month.
Pastor, continue the wedding.
Why stress yourself? Get phones, TVs, solar appliances, furniture, and more on CDK. Pay small. Zero interest, normal market price. Download CDK today. Telephone 0707 454 3005.
CDK, pay small, live big.
Every legacy has a beginning. From the day it took the oath of office, the work began. And 7 years later, the evidence is everywhere you look. From the Sᴘᴏʀᴛ housing scheme to the Igbogboo housing development, new communities are rising across the state. From the new Mercy Children's Hospital to the Ojo General Hospital, healthcare is reaching more families. From the Blue Line Rail to the Red Line Rail and the Okpebi-Mende Link Bridge, Lagos is moving. From the Tolu School Complex to Lasutech and Lasud, tomorrow's leaders are being prepared today. This is more than the story of the projects completed. It is the story of a fulfilled vision. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, leaving a lasting legacy. Legacy to continuity.
New Bisco Costa time is for you and I. You can vibe with it at snack time. Creamy, crunchy, pick it, eat it, have it, share it. New Bisco there for you. Creamy, crunchy. Pick it, eat it, have it, share it. New Bisco there for you.
Creamy, crunchy, New Bisco Coaster.
At Mainland FM, we take our stand between the power and the people, not partisan. We bend to no side. Truth is our side, and we never run. Bitter or sweet, we say it straight. Building fairness for all sides. Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
1xBet, where sports come alive. Visit the site or app and join the game and promo. Get a chance to win an iPhone 16, cash prizes up to 750,000 naira, and a weekly free bet of up to 20%. More bets mean more tickets and rewards. Enter the promo code Nigeria on and boost your game to the max. 1xBet, game on, together in the game. Bet responsibly. 18 plus. T's and C's apply.
Lagos and move. Lagos and shine. From vision to legacy. Legacy to continuity.
My father used to say, Entobani Ilera. And what could be better than a government that puts the health of its people first? Today, more Lagosians now have access to affordable health insurance through İRsᴛ. Children now have new hope through the Mercy Children's Hospital at Adiniji Adele. Families in Iba or Jo now have quality health care through the new 280-bed General Hospital. Expectant mothers and newborns are receiving quality care through mother and child centers in Ekpe, Aja, Badagry, Surulere, and Igondo. In fact, new health facilities in Ikorodu, Ikotun, and Ekpe, because when people have good health, they truly have everything. That is the legacy Governor Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu is building for every Lagosian. Because, after all, Ìlera lọ́rọ̀. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, leaving a lasting legacy.
Election day is not Owambe day. It is not movie and football day. It is not laundry day. Election day is the day you decide your next 4 years. The law says every Nigerian 18 and above can choose their leader. So when you say your vote does not matter and you stay home, you forfeit your right to demand accountability. One vote has sacked bad leaders before. One vote has built clinics. One vote can change your street. So this election day, wake up, carry your PVC, go to your polling unit and vote peacefully. Because if you do not vote, you don't get to complain later. Your rights, your vote, your future. This message is brought to you by Mainland 98.3 FM.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Oh, yes! He's done it! That's astonishing. It's absolutely world class.
This is not your regular sports show. This is Sport Cruise, only on Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. From hot transfer gist to Champions League drama, from Nigeria football madness to global sport cruise, we bring the vibes, the analysis, and pure football fire.
On your marks, get set.
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
No long talk. This is where sports meets swagger. No boring breakdowns, just pure energy, passion, and premium banter with your favorite crew on deck every week. Sport Cruise, where sports meets vibe.
That is a princely strike from John Duran. Open mouth or.
What am I saying?
Let me go feel it gang. It don't matter, girl, I'm gonna give you standard. I fuck scandal, I did for you and stand back. When the guy is, when the guy up, when the guy no give me with just sit mom. Go baby, bam, bam, them kinda bam, bam. But they only see them for a will of video that done. Take me, I'm blank. Anybody we know they feel like I've been a swag, but my turn up on my pony then. Don't go let them take me play because I know be 10. But this guy ever leave at me and don't be them. On on do it over 10 in the shiny blame. They shiny blame. On on do it over 10 in the shiny. I want to feel my body jump. I want me jump. I want want to chop chop, I'm a mommy chop chop. Chop chop chop chop, this your body rock, but I go on the flip chop chop. Push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop.
Should go shake it, should go shake up. Or go make it baroque, jaja. And the baby a John Law. And I say it there, body drama. More boy you to, fully you go. If you see the money talking, baby show my drop. With this your bump, you for the us. Make me the undercover, keep on the
I know you want to feel my body drop drop. That mommy drop drop, do that mommy drop drop. I want to drop drop, I'm a mommy drop drop. Drop drop drop drop, this your body rock, but I go on the flip drop drop. Push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop, push your pop pop.
Of course, before we get straight up into the World Cup conversation, let's quickly read some of the breaking transfer stories that we have right now. As Manchester United are reportedly completed the £50 million signing of Brazilian international from Chelsea. Andre Santos becomes the first permanent signing under Manchester United manager Michael Carrick as the coach at Old Trafford as he begins his era as a permanent manager. Sense of a future sell-on clause on the player. The 22-year-old Brazilian international faced a battle for regular game time in 2026-2027, given Chelsea will not participate in the European competition. Talking about is in the year. However, he now becomes the first permanent signing under Michael Carrick as head coach at Old Trafford. The announcement came in earlier today, as he also reported that Manchester United are in advanced talk of some despite a breakdown in the deal over a medical issue. It remains possible they return for him because the window is not over, depending on how the market develops, according to what is being reported. Speaking to United after represented as a midfielder, I'm really excited to have the opportunity to learn from Michael Carrick. He's the perfect coach to make me and take me to the next step in my career and to push my dreams. Everybody told me about how ambitious the club is and the amazing environment that has been created here. I know just how strong the squad is, and I cannot wait to feed out with excellent technical qualities and the ability to impact the game on both ends of the pitch. It was a great target for us in an important position, so we are delighted at Nottingham Forest and Chelsea's sister club Strasbourg. And for those that are United are understood to believe that the player has a great personality that is going to fit in well into the rest of the squad. Santos is ambitious to become one of the best players in the world. Although he did not make the final Brazil squad for the World Cup, they believe he's one of the future. And of course, according to United recruitment chief Christopher Villegas, knows that the player very well and assisted him from the deep. United have been looking for midfielders who can play through the lines and believe Santos is fit enough to click those lines. Well, new signing for Manchester. Still on Manchester United and their summer transfer deals. It's been reported that the midfielder talking about Iṛsᴜn's £36 million move to Manchester United is close, as Man U have told Aston Villa they are ready to activate his. And he's been at Aston Villa since 2023, and when he joined on a free transfer from Leicester City, and he has been 134 appearances for the club, and he has scored manager Unai Emery, with Tielemans opening the scoring in the final against Freiburg. Before joining Aston Villa, Tielemans won the FA Cup and Community Shield with Leicester City. United had already completed the signing of Andre Santos for $50 million, and they are in top range for Atlanta midfielder Henderson. I just want to extend the stay for additional 12 months. United are not really now signing Henderson this summer despite a breakdown in the deal over medical issues. Well, for Villa, they do not want to sell, but they have no choice. They have to sell. Why would Aston Villa want to sell their best player, Talisman? They do not want to sell, but they have no intention of selling him. However, they've been hamstrung to pay. This one is ongoing, and it's going to be accelerated, and it's going to be fast, because Belgium were knocked out of the World Cup by Spain last week, and since that had happened, Manchester United have put the wheels in motion now. And the big priority throughout this transfer window has been midfield for Manchester United. They need to sign maybe 2 midfielders. We could even see Manchester United trying to sign 3 midfielders, and one could be in a more advanced role, and that is where Iṛsᴜn fills in. Even before the transfer window, because we know Casemiro was going to leave, and now into offers for someone like ÚGATE to free up some squad space, some wage space, and some transfer free money to come into the club if they're able to get him off. So as it stands right now, Manchester United they've completed the signing of Andre Santos from Chelsea. Let's move away from football for now. Let's also look at other sports as Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, and Tommy Fleetwood are among the contenders to win the Open at the Royal Bricklayed as it is right now. And one of it was held at the Royal Bricklayed in 2017 said, if you give up on reaching your ceiling, then I don't see a point in playing anymore. I'll do everything I can to try to be at the very best in the world, because I know I can be, I have been, and it's my one. There should be nothing to stop me in my own head from believing that I can reach that very top again. I know my ceilings, and I know where my levels is, and I know where I am right now, and I'm going to strive to become the best player the world has ever seen. The embattled England manager in cricket, Brendan McCullum, had apologized to England fans for the poor string of test results that led to his dismissal, and he said he would work alongside his replacement to ensure all 3 formats are prioritized in the new cricket matches. But a disappointing 4-1 Ashes defeat to Australia, in conjunction with a string of 8 losses in the team's last 12 test cricket games, brought the Bazball era to an end and left England searching for a new red ball coach. The New Zealander will remain in his role as the white ball 27. It doesn't look good, but I was disappointed initially, but as the time, it is result business, according to McCullum, when he talked about his dismissal. We didn't get the result we wanted, and I would wear that. Fundamentally, it was a tap at the shoulder, and you can crack on. I would love my time with the team most in the past 4 years. It is, but I promise that I would always be here, and for the white ball cricket, I am still very much in charge.
Hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Just move on up toward your destination.
And let's quickly return to football as new Chelsea manager Xabi Alonso was unveiled at Stamford Bridge today, and he said he wants to keep Enzo Fernandez at the club. The 25-year-old Argentina midfielder, who is preparing to face England in the World Cup semi-final, is open to leave, and he was recently linked to Real Madrid.
There may be wet road ahead, and you cannot slip.
However, the Spanish club had denied pursuing a move for Fernandez last week, leaving him with no known alternative destination and a sizable £120 million asking price. According to new Chelsea manager, and as you can understand, what he will say, he wants to remain private. It was part of this first wide-range news conference since taking charge at Chelsea following his departure from Bayern Munich decided against making his loan move permanent. Nico Jackson is joining the tour in Asia, and we're looking forward to him working with us, according to Xabi Alonso. In addition, winger Alexandre Garnacho had also returned while he seeks a move with Italian club Roma among those interested. When Alonso was appointed, Chelsea were still in contention to qualify for Euro, but fell short with the final day defeat to Sunderland. Midfielder needed trimming, and he said he's not sure. Okay, he said that he changed the small details for sure, but the main focus is about how we want to start the competition in August. It doesn't change much, according to the new manager Xabi Alonso. Okay, as it stands right now, he said that we are delighted to go, but we are working in a very aligned way, and this is the right way for the team to go. Alonso entered in training a large squad, including Cole Palmer, Pedro, Louis Colwill at Cobham, with only 8 Chelsea players away at the World Cup. At the 44-year-old explained his reason for joining Chelsea after Enzo Maresca left in January and his successor Liam Rosino was sacked after less than 4 months in charge. The excitement is the club, the squad, and the opportunity through this ownership part of this group and work together with the sporting directors, the players, and the staff. We need to make important decisions, the right decisions, but I think the foundation have already been built. And we need to keep building a mentality for us to be competitive on the pitch, win games, and also enjoy playing football. So let's take a look at the teams that have made it through to the semi-finals. It's been a long journey. 48 teams started, and it looks like FIFA has said it over the weekend that the joy of every nation is to get a chance to qualify for the World Cup. And he also made reference to some of the new countries that made it to the World Cup for the very first time. He talked about Curaçao. He also made mention of Cape Verde, the country that played 4 games at the World Cup, and they did not lose a single one in 90 minutes. The only game they lost was a round of 32 clash against the defending champions Argentina, where they eventually lost in the extra time via an own goal after holding Messi's Argentina to a 2-2 draw in regulation time. So there could be a further expansion. Remember, it used to be 32. It moved up to 48 for the very first time, with Africa getting 10 slots, and now it could even move a bit further at 64. Maybe Africa will get 15 slots this time around. Perhaps the Super Eagles of Nigeria would have the opportunity of qualifying for the World Cup. What would come back? We look at the World Cup through the scope of history. The very first time the Super Eagles of Nigeria qualified for the World Cup was at the USA 94, ranked number 4 are going into the World Cup after winning the African Cup of Nations. We look into the history. We look at Uruguay winning the World Cup twice. How far have they falling? We'll also look at the fact that the first 4 ranked teams in the world, according to the FIFA ranking, are the 4 teams that are left at the FIFA World Cup. So much of many first. For Spain, it is a chance to win their second World Cup after winning. We'll also look at Argentina. They've won the World Cup before, but it seems that this one will be special if Messi can win 2 World Cups, and does he end the GOAT conversation? And of course, there's also France, winning it in France 98 after defeating Brazil 3-0 in the final, 3-0. They also came back in 2018 in Russia with a certain teenager Kylian Mbappé playing for AS Monaco as at that time, of course, blew the world into shreds, and he led the French team to winning the World Cup as a teenager. He came back as a bigger player in 2022. There's a certain Michael Olise also with 5 assists in this World Cup. And how do you think Spain, led by another teenager in Lamine Yamal, second in the last Ballon d'Or?
Hello, my name is Cʀᴜɪ紛 and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator.
Strong, die, eco, darling, let's go. Die, eco, darling, let's go.
Come follow your desire. When there's a will, there's a way. You're the owner of that fire. No one can take it away.
Sweat and blood to write your story. That is how you pave the way.
All the tears and the pain.
You've been there through it all, been through it all. Just do it again. Now you got to believe, I believe, cause you know what it takes to believe in my dream. At the top of your game, feel it, got everything you need it. Now bring it like you mean it, just like you mean it. Dale, olvida lo que vale, juega como tú sabes, como tú sabes. And it's just contagious, you know.
Of course, you're live from Sports Cruise on mainland 98.3 FM, 6 to 7 p.m. Every 6 semi-finals called the tournament down to the last 4, and these, we track every single game expected to come up. 2 matches will decide the finalists. Dallas hosts the first semi-final on Tuesday, the 14th of July, and Atlanta will host I almost said Atlanta. Atlanta is if the losers final will drop into the third place match on Saturday. All 4 semi-finalists are set. France will play Spain in Dallas, and England will play Argentina in Atlanta. France beat Morocco 2-0 as Spain beat Belgium 2-1. England defeated Norway by 2-1 as Argentina also defeated Switzerland 3-1 to complete in Atlanta. For the United States is a simple elimination pattern where the winners of both teams would also make it to the MetLife Stadium in New York on the 19th of July for the final. Both semi-finals are going to kick off to also come up in that space. You also look at where all of these would eventually work out the top teams that have found their way to get up at this top level. Don't forget, we'll also have the under-17 FIFA Women's World Cup. The Flamingos have secured the draws for the under-17 FIFA World Cup. We'll talk about all of those on the show today, like we always promise, and we would always deliver. Well, let's look at it as it stands. As Jannik Sinner has defeated Alexander Zverev 6-7, 7-6, 6-3, 6-4 at Wimbledon. As Jannik Sinner wins a back-to-back All England Clubs title, he's now won 17 of the last 18 sets he's played against Zverev and 10 consecutive matches against him. 14 consecutive wins at Wimbledon and his 100th Grand Slam title win. 30th title, 137 of the last 38 games. A big congratulations to Jannik Sinner at the world number 1 for pulling through and making sure that everything is absolutely intact. For Real Madrid, they've had 12 Man of the Match awards for this World Cup. Jude Bellingham has won 4 of those Man of the Match award, and on the back of his brace against Norway, he's also the player with the most Man of the Match award in this edition so far. Kylian Mbappe has 3 and could still win, has already been knocked out. The other 2 were scored by Arda Güler of Turkey and Ernesto Valverde of Uruguay. Real Madrid is the only club that has scored the most goals throughout its players in a single World Cup tournament. 19 of those have come for Real Madrid. For the Swiss manager, he's still very disgruntled with the outcome of their game. He said, "We were punished because of mistakes. There was no reason for us to just about it. That decision was simply unbelievable. I completely disagree with it. There were contacts, but I don't understand how the referee and the VAR came into that decision." Well, the FIFA 2026 World Cup, versal of red cards. Remember, at the game between Belgium and the last host nation then, talking about the United States, where FIFA had to reverse the red card given to Folarin Balogun, the leading scorer for United States men's national team, and he came back at the end of the day. They got a World Cup further by 16 nations to a 64-team tournament ahead of the next edition in 2030. The 2030 edition is expected to spread across 6 nations and 3 continents, as Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay are scheduled to host 1 match apiece at the start of the competition, with the remaining games split between Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. That's an unusual one right there. Well, and let's look at one of the strongest teams. Argentina have won 11 of their 13 World Cup matches that went into extra time or penalties, and they're already doing it again this tournament. At the round of 32 game against Cape Verde, getting into extra time winner. At the round of 16 was against Egypt, the stoppage time heroes. The quarterfinal against
This is not your regular sports show. This is Sport Cruise. On from Niger Football Madness to Global Sport Cruise, we bring the vibes, the analysis, and pure football fire.
On your marks, get set, go!
Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection.
No long talk. This is where sports meets swagger. No boring breakdowns, just pure energy, passion, and premium banter with your favorite crew on deck every week. Sport
Open mouth or
Lionel Messi, Fernandes, Martinez!
Has just scored the winning goal in this World Cup final. Nobody knows. Argentina 3, France 3, penalties.
I am the starlet, I am the wonder, I'm the legend, I am the magic, I am the story, I'm the thriller. It is not over until the whistle says it's over. It is a feeling, knowing victory is in the way. I am one language, I am one.
Well, some good news for Super Eagles. Number one choice goalkeeper Sᴘᴏʀᴛ in anticipation of a move that never materialized. After terminating his contract in February, he was without the regular club football, which froze him out of international action with coach Iɪrsᴛ relying on Maduka Okoye and Arthur Okonkwo. Nwabali has now rescinded his decision, with both the Chile boys celebrating the 30-year-old goalkeeper's return to the Eastern Cape Town ahead of the new season. Chippers United football Nwabali returns to the Eastern Cape, and we are pleased to welcome him back to the club. His experienced leadership and presence will once again be a valuable addition to the squad as we continue to prepare for the new season ahead. Welcome back, Stanley. We wish you the very best and every success in Chippers United colours. At the former before eventually losing to host Ivory Coast, Nwabali posted another commanding performance at the 2025 edition, where he notably saved Mohamed Salah's penalty during the third place playoff, seizing the opportunity and recording 5 clean sheets during the closing stage of the campaign. Nwabali joined the team in 2022 after a brief spell with Nigerian top flight side Katsina United. In his first spell with the club, he recorded 76 appearances for the South African side, and with remarkable comeback to the South African side.
Cause all I wanna shout is love. Cause all I wanna shout is love.
Well, for the semi-finalists since 2010, at the 2010 last four, we had Spain, eventual winner, beating Netherlands in the final. We also have Germany, and we have Uruguay. In the 2014, Croatia coming second, Belgium coming third after beating England in the third place match, and England, of course, coming fourth, with Morocco coming in fourth. And that is the highest any African team had ever gotten at the FIFA World Cup. In the 2026, now we have Spain making it to the final. After only winning the World Cup once, we have France also making it to the final. After winning in 2018, coming second in 2022, now they are back again for the semi-final. We have England. The highest finish they've had in a very long time was 4th position in 2004. Actually ranked the top 4 teams at the FIFA World Cup ranking.
I am the starlet.
Going into the FIFA World Cup, the top 30th team, Canada was ranked as number 30th. And of course, we have England as number 1. And these 4, Argentina, Spain, France, and England, have all made it to the semi-final.
I make some upsets, make surprises. I write my story among the legends of football. Cause you came, you saw, you conquered.
And according to the statistics that I gave you earlier, Real Madrid are the club that have produced the most man of the match. Of course, Brazil winger Vinicius Jr. winning 3, and of course Ernesto Valverde of Uruguay winning 2. So Real Madrid have produced the highest number of man of the match performance at its ongoing World Cup, and they've also been the club that have scored the highest number of goals. 19 goals have come from Real Madrid players at this World Cup already. The representative of Africa for the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup have been decided, as Morocco hosting the Under-17 World Cup. And there's also Nigeria, the flamingo from Africa. We have Zambia, we have Kenya, we have Ghana, we have Nigeria, and of course host nation Morocco.
Among the legends of football.
So let's look at the groupings for the Under-17 Women's World Cup. In Group B, there's Korea, there's Puerto Rico, there's Poland, and there's Nigeria. And for Group C, there's Ghana, there's Norway, there's Brazil, and there is Canada. Again, let me take it. Group B has, there's also Canada, there's Brazil, there's Norway, and there's Ghana for the other group. Thank you very much for being a part of the conversation. I'll give you more comprehensive details on the game that would come up tomorrow. The 4 teams out of the 48 teams left at the World Cup remains Argentina, the defending, and now they are back in the semi-final. Are they the favorite for this World Cup? Can Spain stop them? Time will tell, but that will be on Wednesday, as the first semi-final match will be between the defending champions Argentina and of course the 3 Lions. Break down every details you need to know. All of the outstanding moment expected to happen tomorrow night would be highlighted on the show tomorrow evening. Thank you very much for being a part of the conversation. We need to go. Today is Monday, so you have to join Cʀᴜɪsᴜ and Alex